Magandang hapon mga kababayan. If you're just joining us, we are coming to you, Kababayan LA, from Delano, California, which is very important to Filipino-American history as well as to U.S. history in general. Some bigwigs have been here. The giants have walked here, especially here. This is the Agbayani village, still part of the historic 40 acres. The Kennedys, some of the Kennedys have been here. President Obama has been here. This has been designated as a National Historic Landmark. But when we talk about history of Filipino-Americans, when we talk about the 40 acres, when we talk about Agbayani village, we can't discuss those without talking about the Manongs. So much has been said about the Manongs sacrificing for us, struggling for our basic human rights. But guess what? Do we really know how they lived?
I cut grapes from the vine, set on your table, that light sparkling wine.
I've been living here in Delano, in this area, since 1954. I'm a son of Filipino immigrants. My dad was a veteran of the United States Army in Corregidor. I came with my whole family, my mother and my sisters and my brothers. When we came in 1954, there was a lot of Filipinos here, a lot of Manongs living in the labor camps. In 1956, my dad and a lot of Bisayan Kababayans got together and they built a store, 100% Filipino owned, the largest store in the United States of America, if for sure California. The reason I know the Manongs well is throughout the valley, the Central California, there was dotted everywhere there were labor camps. This place is full of Manongs. They lived in those labor camps, and they lived in rooms 10 by 8 for years, and they had a Filipino cook. They had communal bathrooms, so there's like 4 or 5 showers and 4 or 5 urinals, and you know how that goes. So, but they lived in rooms, and they lived in there for years. And the reason I know is we delivered food. When they finally started bringing Filipino produce, we actually delivered alamang, bagoong, sisi, and all those good stuff. At the camps, they had all these rooster bins, and the Manongs would take the chickens and pet them. They're like their pets, and they would train them, and that was their hobby. And then they would have chicken fights on Sundays, sabong, and that was going on the outside. Most of the camps had that. In the kitchen, they would be playing mahjong and palalasi. Palalasi is Filipino poker, and you know mahjong is. And that was the life. And if you're Pinoy, the Manongs, oh boy, come here. And because they like giving to Filipino kids, because there were no Pinoy kids that spoke Filipino, and they were proud of that. You know, because it was like home. And in town, the story was most of the Filipino families, they adopted a Manong. We had Maximo Bernas was our adopted uncle. He had an old car that looked like a hoodlum car in the 40s with Al Capone and them. It was green. It was a stick shift. And they would take my sister and my mother to grocery shopping and take them to the movies. And you know, the Manongs did that. They were good. They wanted to be Filipino. So when the immigrants came, they adopted a family. And so the Filipino community in Delano was great. It was Pinoys. You looked around, there's another flat nose, you know. And it was cool, brown.
Travel this road until death sets me free, 'cause pastures are plenty